K2C eSignature for SharePoint makes SharePoint ready for compliance to CFR 21 Part 11. If you want the signing data to be visible in the document, you need to configure your list and document template. Columns will be added that store the date as well as the signer's data. Also, a column for the issuer will be added. This can be classified under person or group. Next, a column is created for the approver. Once again, select person or group. Now we will create the columns for the issue date and approval date. Select Create a Column, label it Issue Date, select Date and Time, then finalize by selecting OK. The next column is labeled Approval Date. Also, select Date and Time and finalize. Now we have to add the same columns in the document template. This is done in order to save the signing metadata within the Word document simultaneously with the signature action. Select from the Word menu Quick Part, then Document Property. You will see the fields that you have created under this tab. Select Issuer for the Issue By field and Issue Date for its corresponding field. The same methods are used for the Approved By row. The final step is to save the document. Now, create a custom approval workflow with SharePoint Designer. We select the list and we name the workflow Document Approval. We can see from the Action menu that eSignature action is available. Select it, then select the name of the signer. Insert a reason for this signature and name this variable Issue Signer ID. Now insert a condition. The condition states that if the eSignature status of the task where the ID is equal to the issuer sign ID. And if the eSignature status value is equal to the approved, then set the issuer field to the issuer to the person previously selected. Then set the issue date to the timestamp value of the eSignature task action. We can now set and add the next eSignature for the approver. Again, select an approver, a reason for the required signature, set final approval, and name this variable with a meaningful name like Approver Sign ID. Next, a condition if the e-comment in task list where the ID is equal to the approver sign ID, if this value is equal to approved, then set the approver field to the user that has approved. Just like the previous step, set the approver date to the timestamp of the e-signature. We now set the content approval status for the document to approved because all the signers have approved the document. Because of this, the document that originally was a draft will now become finalized. Now, add an else condition in order to manage the reject status, just in case the assigned approver has rejected the document. We can now save and publish the workflow. We are now ready to start our workflow, and the approval process will begin. Sending the appropriate emails for the assigned task. We can now see the in progress status, and we see that the e-signature task is required. From the e-signature form, we can open the document we have to sign. One may put some comments, but a user ID and password are required. Please note that if the user ID or password are wrong, there will be an error message. When the issuer has completed the task, the e-signature action is required for approval. Again, we approve or reject the document, insert comments if needed, and then sign by using your user ID and password. Now the workflow status is completed, and the document status shows as approved. We now see the document is approved. The draft is finalized, and the metadata has been updated as per our workflow instructions. eSignature for SharePoint will also add a special option to the menu to see the history of all electronic signatures and associated document versions that have been signed. You can check the task list. 2 eSignature actions have been added, and these actions are not editable in any way. If you open the document, you will see the issuer and approver name, as well as the timestamps associated with each correspondence actions. K2C eSignature for SharePoint is fully compliant to 21 CFR Part 11, easily configurable in any workflow, allows single, multiple, parallel, or sequential signatures, is applicable to sign both documents and records, assures signature authenticity and validity, and works seamlessly with K2C PDF Converter module. For any further information or questions, please feel free to contact us at www.k2c.com.